Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Happy as always to have you here. Today we are doing a little Q&A video to celebrate this channel hitting 1,000 subscribers. But first I do have to issue a massive thank you to everyone who has liked, commented, subscribed, engaged with the channel in just any way. It really does mean a lot. The fact that I could hit this milestone in just over a year is beyond my wildest dreams. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I have my list of questions here that you guys were kind enough to ask me in my community post, so I'm going to go through them now. I'll answer every single one. The account 454 says, favourite lore in The Sims 2, like for example, Belagoth Mystery. That is such a hard question to answer because there is so much fantastic lore in The Sims 2, but if I had to pick, I am a really big fan of just the whole of the Strange Town lore. I absolutely love it. I think it's also interconnected. You can go to the Curious family, check out their family tree and see that they have relation to the Smiths, and then what's their story, and they've got connection to another family, and it all just sort of ties together perfectly, and I'm a big fan. If I had to narrow it down, I would say that the Spectre family is probably my favourite. I mean, Olive, she has a cemetery in her garden. She literally has victims just to see the Grim Reaper. And I do feel like even though you don't get much time with Olive, like she passes in like 2 or 3 days when you start playing the neighbourhood, you can really feel the effects of her behaviours. Ophelia's now living on this lot and it's haunted and she's kind of ostracised, people don't want to go near the house. And I just love it. I think it's one of the most dark and twisted sort of storylines we've ever gotten in Maxis, in any Maxis neighbourhood for The Sims 2. So it would have to be my #1 pick. West Anime Sim says, congratulations, thank you. What do you like the most about The Sims 2? What a difficult question. I could honestly make an entire video just talking about all the things that I love about the game. I've played it for, like 18 years if you count like life stories as kind of like a Sims 2 light version. And there's so much to love about the game. If I had to pick just one thing, it would be storytelling. The way I see it, it's as if you are writing a book. You're writing a story, you're jotting everything down, you have a very clear idea in your mind of, okay, these are the characters, this is the setting, and this is the story, and this is the direction I want to take the story in. And you're writing, and you take a break, you walk away for a couple of hours, and you come back, and someone's come in, and they've written a page or two, and it completely derails your entire idea. And that's kind of what it's like to play the game. You can have the clearest vision of how you want the stories to play out, but Maxis sometimes just says, no, we have other ideas. And I think for me, I just really like the combination of the two. I like being able to craft these storylines and especially tell them in like a video format and share them with other people, but also that some of that control is taken away, where the game just sort of decides these random events for me, things like being fired, getting caught cheating, dying, for example. So to simplify my answer there, I would definitely say just the storytelling possibilities of the game just never gets boring to me. Zin9231 says, what are your computer specs? I don't know. I'm so bad with tech, I don't know, but I will leave it in the description box. I'll get my partner to come in here later. He's very good at tech. He'll find out and I will leave it there for you to check out. They also ask, will you be doing socials like Discord and Twitch? Discord, no. I don't really have much of an interest in doing that. It's quite a lot of work from what I understand, and I just don't think that I want to take that on right now. But Twitch, yes, I do want to do Twitch at some point. I think first I'm going to do YouTube streams because this is where my audience is, and I don't think I'm quite ready to, or don't have a large enough audience yet, I think, to take it over to Twitch and do quite well on that platform. But funny story, I did do Twitch many years ago. So this would have been during the pandemic. I had a small like Simstagram account that I ran. It was only like 150 odd followers, if that. And so I thought, okay, that's sort of enough people that I could maybe take that over to Twitch. And to be fair, a few people did come and say hi and participate and stuff in the streams. And it was a lot of fun, but I wasn't very good at it. And it was a lot of fun, but the babies were repugnant. They were so ugly. They were like monsters. It was an incredibly nerve-wracking experience. I was in constant fight or flight mode. I only did something like 6 streams, I think. 6, 7, yeah, not very many at all, less than 10 I would say. But I was just so nervous the entire time. And then by the end I was just like, I can't do this anymore. By like my last stream, I think was like Halloween 2020. And between you and me, I really wasn't very good at it. But I do think that now I've had sort of the practice that comes with YouTube. Like, I no longer cringe listening to my voice on a video because I've done it for a year. This takes some getting used to, like seeing my face. This is horrifying to me. But I'm going to overcome it, guys. I am. And we will do streams very soon. Well, I guess now I have the equipment. It came today, so I have no more excuse. The only other thing I do want to do is maybe get a green screen. The only problem is when I streamed last time, it was in my other house and the space was a little bigger, like in the bedroom. Now in my office space, it's very small, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a green screen. Let me know if it would be okay for me to just be a little box, a little Hannah in the corner. Would that be all right? Sunny Dye asks, what inspired you to start making Sims 2 videos? That is a good question. I think it's more of a question of who inspired me. So a lot of my favourite Sims 2 content creators kind of just up and vanish all at once. There was SheGamerXO, who I think now goes by It's Marigold. She kind of stopped posting a lot of Sims 2 content. She'd moved to other games or was posting Sims 2 fewer and far between. I know she's very active on Twitch and she's fantastic by the way. Her name is Mary. Definitely recommend checking her out, but she wasn't as active in YouTube anymore. Another one that I really liked was Cozy Pixels. Klaus, I believe her name was. She was a phenomenal Sims 2 builder. I mean, truly just amazing. And I don't think she's posted for like 3 years, so she's gone. But my favourite was a really small creator called Meredith, who did all kinds of different videos. In fact, she is a big reason why I started my Neighbourhood Showcase series. I was heavily inspired by her. Don't get me wrong, there's still so many amazing Sims 2 creators like Marticore, Tea Addict, Max Playground, Sammy Sundog, like Belladova, like there's so many amazing ones. But those three I followed for so long and was such a big fan of them, and just to see them gone, it was like my favourite type of videos are just not available anymore. You know, my favourite creators are gone. So I definitely say those three creators are a big reason why I started my YouTube channel. I really just felt their absence, like I missed seeing their videos. So I thought, well, if I can't watch it, maybe I could in a way sort of create my own version of them. So yeah, I mean, it is something that I'd wanted to do for a really long time, literally since I started playing the game. I've always watched Sims videos way back when it was just like machinimas and stuff. Like I was a big fan of Life of Rose by Nugem. God, that series was amazing. They also ask, what's your favourite kinds of videos to make? So this answer kind of changes depending on my mood. There have been times where I'm really into my speed builds, or if I hit like a big milestone or a video performs really well, I'll feel that like spark come back and I'll do bigger, more complex videos, like for my Mods and More series, which is where I'm at right now. But if I could only make one type of video, it would hands down be Let's Plays. I never get bored of them. Just the whole process from obviously playing the game is amazing, to editing, which is a lot of fun and just very straightforward, then publishing it and conversing with other people and getting at different ideas and seeing people's reaction to the events. I just have a blast with them. I truly love them. Do you have any pets? I do. I have a border collie named Shep. Just before I started recording this video, actually, he sort of jumped up on my lap, and he is not a small dog. He's a big boy. We've had him for about 4.5 years now, and he's the love of my life. Anelia Sims 2 says, do you have any neighbourhoods that you play off camera and never share with others? Do you play multiple neighbourhoods at once or just focus on one? No. So everything, 99% of what you see on YouTube is all that I do for The Sims 2. I really don't do anything behind the scenes. I don't have a like another HUD going. I don't really even download CC without recording it. Pretty much everything I do is documented on this channel. There really isn't anything that I do in the game that I don't end up sharing. Sometimes if I'm building something and it takes me like 6 hours, that's a very long speed build, even if I'm, you know, really speeding it up. And so I think I'm not doing a voiceover for that. But pretty much everything else you see is all that I do for the game. So I don't have like a second neighbourhood that I'm currently playing. I did think about it when I started my channel, when I started doing River Blossom Hills. I thought, oh, well, maybe I could still play Pleasant View like in my spare time. But it's just, I just don't have that much time. And to be perfectly honest, it kind of makes me nervous, the idea of controlling that many Sims, like having these two completely separate neighbourhoods with different storylines. Like I feel like it would all get muddled together a little bit. Lovely Diamond Find says, how do you like your YouTube and Sim journey so far? I love it. When I was recording my first video, I was so nervous that I almost couldn't do it. I built a house for Pascal and Nervous, And let me tell you, what you see was probably like the 20th take. I went over it and over and I just wasn't happy. Just the idea of like putting something out there that's yours and that people can criticize, it was so scary. And I was like, oh my God, if I don't do this today, if I don't finish this video today, I never will. Like I'll chicken out and I'll make up some excuse and I'll never do YouTube again. But I'm so glad that I stuck with it. I'll never forget when I posted that video. I had so many lovely comments just like straight away. People who were so kind. Like that for me was the biggest encouragement I could have had at the time. It's not always been easy. There have been times where I've had burnout, which is normally fine for me. Like you just sort of don't play the game. But when you have a channel, you do have this need to stay consistent. I never want to be like, okay, I've published a video and it's the 1st of June and the next one goes up in September. Like that's not consistent and that's not what I want to do. So even if I have Sims burnout, I have to kind of plan for that a little bit. Like right now, I'm very much interested in playing the game, but only about 2 weeks ago I was playing Tomb Raider, I was playing Monkey Island, and then I wasn't playing at all for about 6, 7, 8 weeks. But I still had videos going up in that time. So that's been a bit of a learning curve of how can I stay consistent even though I really don't want to play the game. And I'm sure we've all experienced this, where the idea of booting up the game is kind of the last thing we want to do. So that's kind of been the biggest challenge, just sort of overcoming the burnout, and then obviously learning things like editing, which I am the least techie person you'll ever meet. So that was difficult. But overall, I have truly loved doing this. I have had such a wonderful reception. Just knowing that 1,000 people, 1,000 like my video enough to subscribe. I see the same people commenting in my videos, and that just blows me away. I've had comments as well of people saying like, I love this series and I binge watch this series. That's mind-blowing. It's actually mind-blowing. So I guess I'll wrap up this video just talking about some of the plans that I have going forward. Nothing major, just some little kind of updates and things that I've been toying around with. I'm going to continue all of my series, every single one of them, as CC shopping, we'll do more speed builds, neighborhood showcase. I have a lot of planned for neighborhood showcase. I have so many on my list of HUDs to explore. I think the next one I'm going to do, just a little sneak peek, is Jubilee, which was recommended to me by a commenter. So I'm going to be doing that one next, I think. I'll probably do that on the Sims 2 anniversary. That'd be fun. At some point as well, we're going to be finishing the poverty challenge. That's probably not going to be for a while. But I was thinking we could turn that into a rags to riches, takes one of the Sims that occupy that lot and move them onto a new challenge and kind of make them thrive. I think that would be fun. Let me know as well if you would be interested in channel membership. So that would be like behind the scenes stuff, that maybe like some deleted scenes. We could have like a blooper reel, I could do a bonus video. Let me know what you think about that. I'm certainly not in any rush to do them because that's kind of, you know, a bit of extra work for me. But if I get enough people who say, yeah, I'd love that, I'll look into it, and it'll definitely be like it'll be very cheap. But that's about it for me. I have to just say thank you so much to everyone who asked a question. It really does mean a lot. I had some really interesting ones. I had a lot of fun making this video. But that about wraps it up for me today, guys. Thank you so much for just helping this channel get to 1,000 subscribers. I have just had a blast just connecting with so many other passionate Sims 2 players. It's been so much fun, but listen, we're only getting started. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Take care and happy simming.